Hello and welcome to the Something Simple podcast. My name is Ash and I'm joined by Al, and we are the two Korocks.
Oh, fuck, what?
Yeah.
You mean like the 900? How many are there? 990?
Something like that.
There's a lot of them.
We're only two of a kind.
So we're like two unique ones, are we?
Yeah.
But yeah, wow.
We're the ones that none of them like, and we've been banished.
We're the ones that live in what's it called? Like what's is it like Death Mountain?
I don't know. I was just thinking we're the Korocks that got isekai'd.
Oh my god, are we like the Mario Koroks? The Mario Brothers.
Yes, we are the Mario.
We are the Mario Koroks, and we're here to say.
See, you said that, and all I could imagine was the Dean Pelton rap.
Yeah. I that's the thing. That's why I stopped, because I was about to go into the Dean Pelton rap as well. Like the next words out of my mouth are going to be "Your checks will arrive on another day."
Oh,
we're already off the rails.
Woo!
Wahoo!
Oh, God.
I mean, it does. I suppose we should just launch into the news from that, because it actually does tie into our first news story.
It does.
So our first news story this week is that Peaches from the Super Mario Bros. Movie is eligible to be nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars.
I still haven't heard it. I'm trying to avoid it. I've tried to avoid it because I want to actually hear it when I watch the film, because I still haven't seen the film.
I've heard the song, because it was just impossible to avoid after a point.
It is everywhere, but every time I hear like the beginning of it, I'm like, no.
But I've just decided that man is just saying bitches instead of peaches. That's just what he's doing. Getting away with it. He's getting away with it. I keep getting away with it. That's pretty funny. I mean, what other songs have won Oscars? What's the one we always bring up? I've blanked on it.
Am I a man?
Yeah, that's it.
Or am I a muppet?
Am I a muppet? Jim Parsons is in that song, isn't he?
I'm a very manly muppet.
He plays Human Walter, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Yeah. God, what a fucking fever dream of a movie.
It's great though.
It is a really good film. For anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about the Muppets movie. If that wasn't obvious from the song.
Whenever I hear "We Built This City" by, is it Starship? Yeah. I always think of that film that when they
scene with the Muppets.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my brain. It goes there.
I mean, this news story is kind of like spiraled out of control now, and we've got more to get through. So
yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
We shall move on to the next story. That House of the Dragon season 2 has begun filming.
Talking about spiraling out of control, he mentions Game of Thrones. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Let's upset more people within the... Yeah, they're never making anything again, though, so it doesn't really matter if we upset them. No one's ever going to hire those two people to do anything.
Oh no, D&D are gonna come and get us.
Nah.
How's your Star Wars film going, my boys?
Their really supportive fan base is going to come and ruin us. I wonder how that will go.
What mean?
I mean, yeah, well, they did a bad job with Game of Thrones. And House of the Dragons was alright.
I haven't watched House of the Dragons, so I can't comment.
Some of the episodes, it's just the same problem that there was during like the last season of Game of Thrones, where like lighting in some episodes was just like really poor, and you couldn't tell what was going on.
Yeah,
I mean, it was good enough though. It's good enough. I wish the TikTok girlies hadn't like got their claws into it and been like, "Oh my god, yes, slay, we love it," and like just have. Do you know what? Just develop a personality, please. Don't latch on. Don't be like I am with movies and just base your entire personality around the thing that has come out that week.
Yeah.
You know, I'm allowed to do it because I go and see the Batman, and he is literally me. But you can't watch House of the Dragon and feel the same way, is what I'm saying. It's not hypocritical at all.
No.
Right. The next thing on the agenda is we have the full cast for Creature Commandos. So Creature Commandos is, I believe, the first project coming out of the reboot for the DCU.
It seems like it's coming 2024 by the sounds of it, because it was like the first thing that he mentioned about.
This is going to be the first original project, then. It's not going to be the first thing that was already slated to come out that kind of happens within the universe. This is the first new thing.
I keep forgetting that, like, Aquaman is coming out.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point.
I forgot that I've just now remembered, after you said once that already slated, I'm like, yeah, but that's just The Flash and Blue Beetle, isn't it? And then I remembered, oh shit, Aquaman exists.
So we've got Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr. Frank Grillo was only recently announced that he was joining the DCU, and then like pretty much within the same week it was revealed what he was going to be in.
Good cast.
That is a good cast.
Yeah. Based on the looks, you can tell that the characters have been designed around their actors.
Mm-hmm. We've got Maria Bakalova as Ilana Rostovich. She's not in the picture that we have in front of us. Maria Bakalova, for anyone who doesn't know, was Borat's daughter in the second Borat movie. I didn't give one of these to Frank Grillo, but people know who Frank Grillo is. He was Crossbones in the MCU, if you don't know. There you go, I've given him one now. That's fair enough to me. We've got Indira Varma as the bride. I think the most recent thing she was in was Obi-Wan as some like Imperial officer turned like spy. I don't remember her name, but she was also in Game of Thrones. She was Oberyn Martell's mistress. Can't remember her name in that either. Okay. I know who she is. So there's Zoe Chow as Nina Mazursky. That's the fish lady in this picture. I do not know who Zoe Chow is, unfortunately. So I apologize.
I'm not sure either. I think I tried looking it up, but like just because you don't recognize someone doesn't mean they're not a good cast.
I mean, that's some of the best casting I've seen in films is people I've never seen in films before.
Exactly.
Alan Tudyk is Dr. Phosphorus. That man went to Juilliard.
He did. And that man has made chicken noises for Disney.
Well, that is the context for the statement, I went to Juilliard.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
I love that man. He's so funny.
It just seems like everyone who went to Juilliard just like does whatever they want.
Well, yeah, because Glenn Howerton as well, he went to Juilliard.
Yeah, he went to Juilliard as well. Fantastic actor.
He has spent probably about the better part of nearly 2 decades now just making Always Sunny.
My rage knows no bounds.
No bounds. I will come down on this hospital like the hammer of Thor.
Newsflash, asshole! I've been hearing it the entire
time. Why didn't you say anything? Because I hate you.
That man is a treasure.
We then have David Harbour as Eric Frankenstein.
I love that. Love that casting. Good casting.
If anyone doesn't know who David Harbour is, have you been living under a rock for the past 5 years? When did Stranger Things first come out?
Yeah, he was in the Suicide Squad. He was the guy in the Pentagon.
Yo! What an obscure reference to make about David Ayer's soulful the Suicide Squad.
But right. What if Superman came down and ripped the roof off the White House? This crazy lady with a bat can just.
We're gonna send Harley Quinn in, and he's based on the Superman that we saw. He's going to rip her head off with the spine still attached, like the Predator does. That's what would happen if Harley Quinn went up against Superman. I'm sorry, wouldn't blink. But there we go. For anyone who doesn't know who David Harbour is, let's get serious about this. He plays Sheriff Hopper in Stranger Things. He is also the Red Guardian. Is that the character's name in
Yes.
the MCU?
And he also had a stint as Hellboy.
He did also have a stint as Hellboy.
I actually quite like his casting as Hellboy.
It's good casting, but the film isn't very good.
No, I like that film. I'm going off topic. That film, good designs. There's just something about that film that ain't right.
Yeah, it just doesn't stick well. But it's really good casting, I agree.
Yeah.
And then the final one in the cast list, this is kind of a double casting because it doesn't say both of his castings, but Sean Gunn is cast as G.I. Robot.
Yes.
And I imagine he's reprising his role as Weasel, because Weasel's also in that picture. But
I want to know, how long has Weasel been around then? Like, when is this supposed to be based? Because it is Rick Flag Sr.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've seen people getting really confused about, like, why you have two Rick Flags? This universe is broken. Like, bro, do you not understand the concept of a father? Like, it's not confusing. One is Rick Flag and one is Rick Flag Sr.
One is Rick Flag Senior and one is Rick Flag Junior.
You didn't have this bitching with fucking Indiana Jones, did you?
Yeah, but that's because he doesn't go by Henry Jones.
Yeah, but that is his name.
Yeah, but
He's Henry Jones Jr. And then it's Henry Jones Sr. Joe, shut the fuck up. I'll kill you.
It's because all of the soy boy comic book fans who only watch comic book movies didn't have Twitter back then to complain about inconsistencies that aren't even inconsistencies.
That's a good point. They probably sent letters in.
Yes, they did. Steven Spielberg was sent handwritten letters complaining about the legitimacy of Indiana Jones's parentage. How can he be called Henry Jones Sr. and he's Henry? How does that work? His name isn't Henry, it's Indiana. Shut the fuck up. Why am I getting angry? We've made up a situation. Right. Next news story. I just brought this up because I want to weigh in on the controversy of it. Redfall is launching on Xbox consoles, with quality mode only. Xbox Series X 4K 30, Xbox Series S 1440p 30 frames per second. 60 FPS performance mode will be added via the game update at a later date.
Yes.
This is bad.
Yeah, it's not a good look, is it? You may as well.
No, I know we've said on the podcast before that it doesn't really matter if you're, because I don't play games in performance mode anyway.
No.
But all of the pre-release material for this game has been shown running at 60 FPS.
Yeah.
You know, and it's something they're admitting is going to exist because I think we brought it up with Gotham Knights before. Gotham Knights never advertised it would have a performance mode.
No. That's the thing. I think it's kind of fucked because it is a shooter as well, and I just think, I know I'm going to sound hypocritical, but shooters are just better in 60. I will say.
Also, this is because this is from Arcade and Bethesda. They're now a first-party Xbox studio.
Yeah.
Not a good look releasing a game as a first-party studio without 60 FPS support on a next-gen console.
It's such a bizarre choice how they do it after the fact.
When you've shown your game running in 60 FPS in all of your pre-release material.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. And
no.
At risk of sounding hypocritical because we defended, not launching with performance modes before, it's a shooter, so it should have one because it just feels better to play in 60. First-party game. Kind of inexcusable.
It's weird. I don't know why they're doing it after the fact. That's such a weird decision to me.
It really does just feel like somebody somewhere wants this game to fail.
Yeah.
Like everything I see surrounding this game, kind of just negative. And I will try it out because I have Game Pass and I like arcade games. But I don't know, this, from what I've seen as well, it just doesn't really look. It looks weird. It doesn't look like it's made for any particular audience.
Yeah, I don't know. It, like, when it first got announced, looked good. Looked really good. And now as it's going along, I don't know. I'm losing interest.
Yeah, when it first got announced, I was like kind of stoked for it because it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Right, before we sound too negative, then next news story: The Boys season 4 has wrapped filming. Yay! I really like The Boys. The TV show.
Boys.
I believe, I don't know if it's common knowledge, but the photo here has him in it. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan is playing a role in this series. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, famous for a lot of things. He was Negan in The Walking Dead. He was Thomas Wayne in Zack Snyder's Batman vs Superman.
He was also in The Losers.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure he was in The Losers.
Right, I'll take your word for that.
I think.
Oh, I'm not going to Google it. I don't have.
It came to me in a dream.
He was also the comedian in Watchmen. He's done a lot of things with Zack Snyder, it turns out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like The Boys. I think it's a really good superhero television show. If you've not watched it, go watch it. Apparently the comic is naff, so maybe don't actually go read that.
Yeah, I've heard it's not a very good comic.
No. Sorry, Garth Ennis. We don't mean to completely shit all of you.
Yeah, we're not coming for you.
I've just heard that your comic book is just edgy for edgy's sake.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh. Next news story. Mia Goth has been cast in Blade. How are they still casting people in this movie? I
thought it was like. I'm very confused about this movie. Isn't it like finished?
Is it getting made? I'm not really.
I don't know.
I'm not really sure. Does it still have a script? Does it have a director?
Maybe it's the MCU's equivalent to a certain game from another comic book franchise.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
The only reason I really wanted to bring this up is because I just kind of want to talk about Mia Goth.
Yeah.
Well, one, have you actually heard her like regular speaking voice?
No.
She sounds like a small Victorian child when she speaks. It's hilarious.
When I look at that picture, I can see it. I can see.
After we're done recording day, you're gonna have to like go and listen to a clip of her like doing an interview, because listening to her speak is like the funniest shit ever. The other thing I wanted to bring up with Mia Goth is there is absolutely no way that girl can turn off what she does mentally to like be in films. She plays like actual like deranged people in like the movies she's in. I'm sorry, but there's no way that she just stops acting and just like flips that off and just becomes the small Victorian child that wants to open a bakery that she is. There is context to that. She said in an interview before that if she wasn't an actor, she'd open a bakery.
Okay. I mean, you do you.
You do you. I think she's a really good actor. I really do want to see this movie, like just anything from it, because Mahershala Ali as Blade is like really good casting as well.
Yeah, but the problem is it's not not R-rated, is it?
It's not Snesley Wipes, is what you're saying.
It's not Snesley. No, but it's not R-rated, I don't think.
No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not, is it?
No.
If Blade can't say fuck in this movie, then what's the point?
Don't you get one F-bomb?
Yeah, but the MCU never uses their one F-bomb anyway.
No, they don't, do they?
No, they get one. They don't use
Do you think it's cumulative? Do you think they can use, like, they're saving them up to use in one movie?
They're gonna get to the end of
it's just gonna be Secret Wars, and it's just a bunch of characters yelling "fuck" at each other.
No, they're waiting for Secret Wars so they can just let Sam Jackson just loose.
Oh.
That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting to just let that man off the leash.
Mia Goth. I haven't seen her in much. Explain what she has been in, just for any audience members.
She plays Maxine, and she plays Pearl in X. Plays Pearl in Pearl. That's obvious. Sorry. I believe I don't actually know much she's been in either.
Okay, because I haven't.
She's been in a lot. This is the thing.
Yeah,
she's been in loads of stuff. I'm actually going to look this up because you've challenged me.
You're challenging me?
There's actually such a small amount. Oh, she was in Everest. What did she do in Everest? I've seen that film.
She played the titular role of Mount Everest.
Of course. The only thing I can remember from Everest is when Keira Knightley gets that phone call from whoever plays her husband to say that he's like not coming home.
I just remember
She's like crying her eyes out and like snorting all over the place. And that's like the only thing I remember from the film.
Nice. I remember, spoiler alert, them just dying.
Yeah. They don't all die though, do they?
I think.
No, Josh Brolin survives because they're real people. It's based on a book. Everest. No, this is
Yeah, but then there's the guy at the summit who actually dies, doesn't he?
Yeah. We can cover Everest. Welcome back to the official Everest podcast. God, I don't even know how to make a joke that I am your host there.
Yeah. So
Everest.
But mentioning Maxine, that leads straight into our next story.
HBO Max / Discovery Plus streaming service has dropped the HBO bit and is now just titled Max.
Okay. What a weird choice.
I think the sort of consensus I saw around this was, yes, what a brilliant idea, dropping the HBO. You know, HBO famous for such low quality content as The Wire and The Sopranos and Succession and Game of Thrones and The Last of Us. Yeah, nobody wants to watch those things.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's such weird marketing. 'Cause you're like, where can you watch it? On Mac. What?
But the other thing I saw, like immediately after this dropped, was the scene from The Social Network where it's just Jim Blake's character,
Yeah.
and they like talk about Facebook, and it's just drop the HBO.
Do you think it was Justin Timberlake that did just come into the HBO offices and them that directly?
Drop the hit. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So Max, it feels weird to say. So on May 23rd, there will be 3 price ranges with ads: $9.99 per month, ad-free $15.99 per month, and then ultimate ad-free $19.99 a month. I don't know if this means that it's finally launching in the UK.
I don't know, but that's I'm trying. I don't know the conversions.
That's
of dollars.
$20 a month seems like a lot.
Yeah, because the conversion is pretty close at this point between dollars and pounds.
$20 in pounds is £16.10. So call that £16 a month.
Okay.
That is £192 for a year. That's quite a lot. But there's a lot on Max.
Yeah, but like you could just get like a Disney Plus membership for way cheaper.
But you need to think that with Max you get access to like the entire Warner Brothers Discovery catalog.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that's a lot of content.
But you're also, I mean, you're looking at Disney Plus. They own fucking almost everything at this point.
That's the thing. The Disney Plus catalog is huge as well, and it's the home of my favorite TV show, Bluey, as we all know. I love Bluey. Welcome back to the Bluey podcast. I'm your host, Bingo the dog from Bluey.
Fuck's sake.
He's just bewildered.
I'm baffled.
Baffled. Right, let's move on. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been delayed to February 2nd, 2024.
That's a massive delay.
This game is meant to be out next month.
Yeah, it was going to come out like...
This game was meant to be out last...
or something?
This game was meant to be out last year. We were meant to have played this game already.
This got announced at DC Fandom the same year that Gotham Knights was announced, and also Zack Snyder's Justice League was announced.
And it was the first year we got a Batman trailer as well.
The first Batman trailer was shown then as well.
So that was 2020.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was. It was 2020 because the Batman trailer came out and like it all got delayed because of COVID, didn't it?
I believe so. Yes, it might have been 2020. Yeah.
So this game was announced in 2020. It is now not coming out until February 2nd of next year. Whatever they're doing, I know that this is a pushback to the negative reception of the recent, showcase that we got for the PlayStation event.
But that's a big pushback. Like, that's not a small one. That's massive. It's not like a month to iron out some stuff. That's a huge pushback.
But at the same time, there's not enough time to completely rework this game.
No.
Like, it's still going to launch as a live service game.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird sort of reaction here.
I think that's the issue with live service games. I'm going to go into this now. I think if you don't fully commit to the live service, it just comes around and it bites you. If you're like, you half-arse it, you're not releasing content on the right amount of time, you're not providing the right amount of stuff, and people just get bored of it really easily. It's not a good model. If you're going to go live service, you have to commit to it.
Yeah, that's probably hitting the nail right on the head there.
Because I think Gotham Knights is probably supposed to be a live service, because you can sense the live servicey elements.
Yeah, like gear crafting. Like basically what are public events with the random crimes and stuff. Yeah,
so, and I think that is something that hurts the game, is because they sort of just back themselves out of that, and there's still those remnants left.
Yeah, because, like, the story it's a good story for the most part.
Yeah.
And, like, I like the driving around, and I like the combat, and I know people don't like these things, I know they're criticisms, but I like it, and I like how each character plays. I like that, there are different characters, they all play different.
Yeah.
But it feels like when you're exploring the open world, it feels empty. It feels like there should be someone there, like, with you. Like, you should be playing this with a friend.
Yes.
And you should be grinding gear, and you should be doing objectives to level up and stuff.
Yeah, it feels very live servicey, but this feels like they've backtracked on it.
Like, this is the thing, like, I think everyone wants to be a Destiny killer. And, like, with trying to aim to be a Destiny killer, you're shooting yourself in the foot, because Destiny has a really dedicated player base. And is also a really good game.
Yeah, and also, that Destiny had a very bad start.
Yeah, Destiny and Destiny 2. They didn't really learn much from Destiny, because Destiny 2 launched, and the reception to Destiny 2 was pretty abysmal after the campaign ended.
I think a lot of... I'm going to be kind of hypocritical here. Paid expansions are probably the best way to go in live service games.
Well, WoW does it.
Because it's that if you try and promise free updates or free content, then you've got to make that money through cosmetics. And then the cosmetics feel really, really bad, because you literally have to fork out so much money to get just like one outfit.
I feel like Fortnite's the only person that makes the cosmetic thing really work.
Yeah, because it is just a full free-to-play. It's not a game that you already pay for. Like, with Destiny, I feel like I can look cosmetically very good without having to spend any money on that game.
Oh yeah, you can make a Guardian that looks really good with just the free version of the game.
Yeah. So I think paid expansions are the way to go if you want to keep supporting continuous updates that way. And I think that's what also killed the Avengers as well.
Poor Avengers. We don't like to
Poor Avengers.
We miss you.
It did shit the bed, though.
It did really shit the bed.
But yeah, it's clown behaviour. Big. I don't get why. Just people don't like it. People don't like it. You have a lot of people who like live service games,
I want them.
Yeah, so just stop it. It's just a vocal amount of people who are like, oh, it's live service. Oh, just release a game and
Just,
you can decide then.
just instead of focusing on what other games do well and trying to compete with that, make the game how you want to make the game. You obviously wanted to make it a live service game. Focus on making a live service game that you're happy with and that
Yes.
just works on its own. It doesn't need to beat anything. It doesn't need to be a Destiny killer. It doesn't need to be a WoW killer. I just want to play even if it's live service. I just want to play a Suicide Squad game that is good.
Yes.
Simple. There we go.
Yeah,
Right.
that's all I have to say about that.
And that's all I have to say about that too. The next news story is our first look at Nathan Fillion in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm imagining for the video version of this, you will put a picture up of this lovely screen.
Yeah,
Nathan Fillion.
fantastic.
He's looking beautiful.
I love Nathan Fillion. He's great.
I'm going to bring it up because we didn't post it, but there was also pictures of Sly Stallone as Stakara
Yes.
because he's back in this movie. Also, just before we started recording, I saw a clip release from this film, and it's like Gamora and Peter having like a heartfelt moment, and then it's revealed that they're like all on an open channel and everyone could hear it.
Oh.
And I know I'm not a fan of when emotional moments in films are like undercut by jokes, but James Gunn is kind of proving that if the joke is funny, it doesn't really matter. Because I was like, oh, okay, this works because this is like actually hilarious.
Yeah, like if the joke works and you still feel that emotion still and it hasn't really ruined it, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's got to be done in the right way.
Yes. Other than that, I don't think there's much to talk about with this story other than we love Nathan Fillion. He's fantastic.
I mean, I think it's kind of weird because he was supposed to be Wonder Man in the MCU because, like, there's loads of, like, there's, like, a tease towards him. There's, like, apparently, it's in Guardians 2, there's a poster of him, I think, in a film playing the actor and Wonder Man's an actor. I don't know a lot about I can't say much about Wonder Man.
I mean, he kind of has to be in this movie because he's been in all of James Gunn's movies.
Oh yeah, people are kicking off though. They're like, oh look, he's getting all his friends in his movies. What Nathan Fillion is literally like cameo. I think.
Yeah, I saw people kicking off about this as well, and I was like, all right, sometimes I don't agree with any of the comments that people make. Fair enough, if you're going to come for him for casting his wife and things, even though it's unfounded, you can do that. But don't come for him for casting Nathan Fillion things, because Nathan Fillion is a successful actor in his own right.
Yeah, and he has been in every James Gunn film, even if it's just a cameo. I don't think he was even. I think he showed up in. He was in Guardians 1. He was the big blue guy that threatened.
Yes,
he was. And I don't think he was even credited for that. I don't think he's in the credits.
He's probably not.
Because they changed his voice in there, and yeah, like it's literally just.
People need to grow up.
In all of his films, just
people just genuinely do hate on James Gunn for completely unfounded reasons. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you have a real reason, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Stop making up stupid reasons to do it.
Yeah, own it, or just stop doing it because there isn't actually a genuine reason to hate on the man.
Exactly.
Next news story. I included this one specifically for you because Jeff Fowler is directing the Knuckles pilot. The series set between Sonic 2 and 3 follows Knuckles as he agrees to train Wade Whipple, that's his actual name.
Wade Whipple.
As his protege and teach him the ways of the Echidna warrior. The specific thing about this, and sorry to you again because there'll be another photo to include in the video here, is it's the sort of clipboard of the regular action clipboard, but over it is the Knuckles the Echidna cowboy hat.
Yeah,
is proudly displayed on your Discord profile picture.
Yeah, and the fun slinger.
I do genuinely hope in the show that he gets to wear that hat because I imagine he will. Because he's probably
Yeah,
gonna wear the sheriff hat, and him and Wade are gonna be like the sheriffs of like Green Hill.
yeah, probably.
I mean, we will get to actually talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a bit later on, because somebody, quick little preview to later in the episode. Somebody watched it this week.
I
Finally,
wonder who it could be.
I wonder who it could be. It's definitely, not the biggest Sonic fan in the world who's already watched the film. We all know that one. It's not. It's definitely not me, who promised 8 months ago on his letterbox that he was going to watch the movie after he watched the first one. Mm. God. And now onto the final news story that broke today. Because as of the day of recording, it is currently the Superman anniversary.
It is.
It is James Gunn announcing that Superman Legacy has gone into pre-production. The costume department, the production design, and more, as he said, is now up and running. I believe there have been talks for casting of this movie as well.
Oh.
Ooh. But we've all we've ever seen is rumors, and every single rumor that comes out, James Gunn has completely shut it down.
Yep, basically.
I'm very excited for this movie, and it was really funny because last night I sent you like a bunch of like fan casts for Superman, but like that was before this story came out, and I didn't know we'd be talking about it on the podcast. So now I'm going to use this as an opportunity to talk about it on the podcast. So I said that I started with Lois Lane, and out of context, I just sent a message to Ash, and I'm just like, let me cook for a second. I then sent him a picture of Daisy Edgar Jones, who was she was in Fresh. I believe she was in Normal People at BBC, and she was in Where the Crawdads Sing. That was a movie she did last year. Ash will include a photo on the video section for all of you lovely people that watch this. And I just sent that photo to him, and then I just sent the message, Lois Lane. That was it. That's all I sent to him. I then sent him a picture of Miles Teller, and I went, Superman.
It's Superman.
It's Superman. And then I left it about 10-15 minutes, and then I sent him a picture of Tom Cruise and Rebecca Ferguson stood together, and then I went, Man Pa Kent. And I went, I'm done cooking now. That's what
my immediate thoughts were back to the best scene of Man of Steel, the tornado. And I was just thinking, in that situation, now, if it was Tom Cruise, Pa Kent, that man ain't running from the tornado. That man is putting that car in high gear and going for it. He's going into that tornado. He's flying around there, and then he's going to do base jump from it, and the truck will blow up inside it, and the tornado will disappear. That Pa Kent would have saved the day, because Tom Cruise just would have been like, no, my Pa Kent wouldn't die to that tornado.
But I think I've cooked at that casting. I'm going to be honest with you.
I can imagine Tom Cruise's Pa Kent.
I think it would be great. Yeah, but he can do like serious roles as well. God, he's not just an action star. He did a lot of serious stuff early in his career.
Yeah, like Les Grossman in Tropic Thunder.
In Tropic Thunder. Also, I will continue to cook now live on the podcast.
Oh, no.
Bruce Campbell is Perry White.
I mean, yeah, that's such a good one.
I've cooked. KJ Appa as Jimmy Olsen.
Jeez.
I'll keep cooking.
Yo, who let him cook?
Who let him cook? Never let bro cook again. I'm dangerous. In the kitchen with these suggestions.
But I believe that's the end of the news stories.
That is the end of the physical old print news stories. That is.
It is.
We now move on to the trailers that released in the last week. I believe the first trailer we have to talk about is The Marvels. Oh my god, there are women in my movie. How disgusting.
Yucky. Cooties. Yucky.
Disgusting. Now we've got that out of the way, and we've shared those opinions. Let's actually talk about the trailer because it's really good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's great. I think it looks like a really fun superhero movie.
Yeah, imagine having fun superhero movies.
Imagine like having Oscar winner Brie Larson in your movie and then getting upset about it because Oscar winner Brie Larson is in your movie.
Yeah, I don't
How much you
understand
getting
that.
upset that Brie Larson is in a film?
I don't understand that. I don't understand it. Just because
Absolute virgin behavior. I'm sorry.
she's a good actress, and I don't get why.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Absolute virgin behavior from everyone gets upset that Brie Larson is in this film. She's a good actor. Also, like I'm sorry, but I'm God. I'd kill a man to be in the same room as Brie Larson. I apologize. Have you seen Scott Pilgrim? Because I have. It's God. I'm sorry. I've got the dog in me. That's all I have to say.
Calm down. But yeah, what this trailer was a good trailer.
I'm sorry I got a bit heated there, but that absolute virgin behavior actually annoys me. It just does. It boils my blood. It's like it's like the reaction they have to Brie Larson being in a movie. That's the reaction I have to them. It boils my blood inside. Fucking 40-year-old men who are like first in line to see this film getting angry that she's in it.
Yeah, it's
This is
weird.
This is like the second most disliked superhero movie trailer of all time.
What is the first?
It's probably the first Captain Marvel, Ash.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's women.
Yeah, God, like this film looks really good. It looks fun. I mean, I really liked Miss Marvel. I thought it was one of the better Disney Plus shows. I mean, I think everyone in this movie just looks like they're having fun and doing a good job and making an interesting, fun superhero film, which Marvel haven't done for a long time now.
It looks like a movie that knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people bringing up the moonshot. Oh, it looks like some soundstage. I'm like, yeah, but bro, like it adds that. Like you could tell this film is supposed to have that cheese factor. I don't know. There's something about it.
I'm sorry that we're not all Christopher Nolan and don't go absolutely batshit crazy when we go to make our movies. We put our actors into space, so we don't have to use a soundstage to do the moon. I'm sorry that I refuse to blow up a small town.
But yeah, I don't get why it's so disliked. There are a lot worse trailers and like a fun trailer.
Yes. Marvel is back on the menu, boys. All of you silly little man babies who complained about this, just don't go see the film, and they'll stop making them. If you're just gonna complain about every one of these movies before they come out, just stop going to see them day one.
Yeah, because clearly people were complaining about how Ant-Man looked, and it still made a lot more money than Shazam did.
I didn't go and see Ant-Man. I went to see Shazam, but I didn't complain about Shazam. I complained about Ant-Man, but I stuck to my convictions. I didn't go see Ant-Man in the cinema. And I'm going to wait till it comes out on Disney Plus, because then it's just included in the price of my subscription, and I use that subscription to watch other things, so...
Yeah.
God. Some people. It just really boils my blood.
Yep.
Now, we're going to get on to the next trailer. And this boy, this was really my jam, as we can tell by my Discord picture. The first trailer for The Penguin has been released. The series releases in 2024 on Max. Oh, I didn't give a release date for good old The Marvels. The Marvels is in theaters on November 10th of this year.
There you go.
But The Penguin looks. There's not a lot to it. The trailer. It's kind of like a mix of behind-the-scenes shots and just straight-up shots from what the show is going to be. And I think the way I described it to you was The Sopranos, but in the Batman universe.
Yeah. There was one thought I had watching this trailer.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed this, but I thought, oh my god, I'm excited for this. They've actually cast the superhero Boom Mic Man.
I feel like that's why it was important for me to bring up that, like, it was behind the scenes stuff. Because like there's like shots and the Boom Mic Man. I mean, if you look far back in the film Batman's Rogues Gallery,
It probably is.
There's a fucking condiment. There's a condiment king and a calendar man. Boom Mic Man probably isn't that outlandish for Batman, is it?
No, they'd call him like the audio auditor or something like that.
Oh, that's you when you edit these podcasts. But I think this looks really good. I'm a big fan of The Sopranos. If that wasn't already evident, like it was like my whole personality for a good couple months. Yeah,
Cold meats.
Tony Soprano is literally me. I don't think I should stick by that comment. He's an absolute
including like the racism,
the sexism, the violence. Yeah, all of that is literally me. I think Colin Farrell is fantastic in the actual movie itself, the Batman.
Yeah,
I'm really excited to see him get to be the character again and like take center stage. I mean, the show has some like really good casting as well. I know Clancy Brown is in it. He's going to be Salvatore Maroni.
Yeah.
Kristen Milotti, she's playing Sophia Falcone, which is Carmine Falcone's daughter.
Yep.
I don't really know who else is in it. Obviously, Colin Farrell.
But yeah, it looks good.
There are rumors that Robert Pattinson will be in it as Bruce Wayne slash Drifter. But there are some like weird like issues with the TV rights for Batman that like Batman don't get to be in his own show.
It's bizarre. It's really bizarre to me.
It is really bizarre. That is like, but I'm excited. I hope Max have like sorted their shit out in the UK by 2024 and like have like a sensible way of actually streaming content to this country. So I can watch it easily.
Who is this Max guy you keep speaking of?
I was trying to think of a witty joke then. I just couldn't. The funny is not with me at the moment. The final trailer we have is
Oof.
The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, coming the 12th of May, which is next month.
That's mad. That's so close.
For anyone in the UK, I don't know if it will be the case when this goes out, but it was the case at the start of the week of the release of this podcast, is that Currys are currently doing a deal for physical copies of Tears of the Kingdom, where if you input the code Zelda25 at checkout, you get 25% off the game.
Oh, wow.
That's a PSA for you as well, and I guess.
I didn't know that. What?
I saw this. I saw it yesterday, I believe, which would have been Monday. Let's just date this completely. Monday, the 17th of April, 2023. And that's when I saw the news of this, and that's.
We've already dated this already. We said it's the Superman anniversary day.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, but people, like actual physical day, month, year there. Yes, and that's how I formatted because I'm British. Suck it up, crybabies.
But yeah, get on that, everyone.
Get on that if you're interested in this game and you live in the UK. Or if you have a mailing address in the UK that you can get it shipped to.
Yeah.
Or you have a Currys PC. No, it's not Currys PC World anymore. It's just Currys. If you have one of those stores local to you that you can go pick it up from, sell to 25 at checkout to get 25% off the game. We're not sponsored by Currys to say this. I'm doing it as out of the kindness of my heart.
Yeah, go and do that. That's actually really good.
I think maybe we should have got in contact with Currys before we did this to ask them if they could give us money to do it.
I'm going to email them now.
Email them right now. We'll retroactively say we've already done it. It's in the recording, but it's going out Thursday. So can you pay us now?
Give me the money now. It should come through by the time the episode goes live.
Yeah. Because we're going to make them billions off that.
Obviously,
yeah. But yeah, back to the actual trailer. It looks really good.
Man.
It's kind of shocking that this game is going to use the same sandbox, kind of, as the first game, and it still looks really new and really fresh and really exciting. That I feel like that is something really hard to do.
Yeah, it looks good because it's the same sandbox, but it's got all these different things to it now.
Sky Islands.
Yeah, Sky Islands.
Yes. There's like contraptions that it looks like Link can just like build.
Yeah, so I know they have like the new fuse mechanic that you can fuse like things to other things. So like say you have a rock and a stick, you can
I
fuse
think
the
the
rock
thing
and
in
the
that
stick
trailer
together.
was that he was riding like this big like rectangular totem with wheels and like an arm fused to it.
Yeah. No, the part that really stood out to me was he had fused a sword and a shield together. He used the
Yeah.
shield attached to the sword blade to parry a hit and then slashed at them with the sword, like the actual edge of the sword. I was like, what?
There was
This is
also
a
like
thing?
there's also that like really simple thing where it looked like he had just fused a horse to like a cart full of like 4 NPCs.
Yeah.
That looked really cool.
Yeah, it looks
And
like there's a wingsuit.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was about to. I was about to say the exact same point. Get out of my fucking head. That looks really fun. It looks like that's sort of like that'll be a nice evolution of like the traversal that came with the glider.
Yeah.
Especially with like Sky Islands. I think wingsuiting about, especially in that sandbox because it's a really nice sandbox.
Yeah.
Um, Ganon was like officially revealed to us.
It was. And the voice actor has been officially
Yes,
revealed.
it has
It's
been.
Matt
Well,
Mercer.
the English voice actor
Yes, the English voice actor.
is Matthew Matt Mason of Critical Role fame. I'm kind of
Say of
begrudged.
critical. What? Go on.
I'm kind of begrudged to play this game in English though, because I
Why?
really don't like the English voice actor for Zelda.
Okay, I understand that, but I think it's worth it for the sexy voice of Matt Mercer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they picked a sexy voice for a sexy man, because whoa boy, that Ganon is a beefcake.
I mean, what? Yeah.
See, I don't just do it to women. I'm an equal opportunities dog in me kind of guy. Because whoa boy, that Ganon is oh gosh,
Yeah, you're looking good.
he is looking good. But yeah, I really like I really like Breath of the Wild. I don't know why I call it the first game because it's not the first Zelda game ever, but I really like Breath of. I
Of course it
what do you
is.
mean? Zelda didn't exist before the Nintendo Switch came out. I really like Breath of the Wild. I've put a lot of hours into that game. It's my most played game on my Switch.
I think it might be mine. I'm not
Um,
entirely sure.
I've not put like near as amount the hours as some people out there have, because.
Some people are insane at that game.
But like, there's always something to do in it.
Yeah.
It's like every time I pick it up, even like regardless of how much progress I make, it always feels like there's something to work towards, and it's always like a really nice feeling to play because you can just pick it up. It's especially good because it's on a handheld, because like you could be going somewhere, and like you could have like finished all your games that you have installed on your Switch. There are like linear games, there are like Mario games. You finish them, you've got all the stars, you've got all the coins, there's nothing left to do. But you pick up Breath of the Wild, and there's always something to do.
Yeah. Like, it's clear by how many things people are discovering they can do mechanics that exist in the game
Mm-hmm.
still at this point, which shows that it's a very good game.
Mm-hmm. I am very excited. I'm waiting for my next paycheck before I order it.
Yes.
But I probably will pre-order it because I just do that usually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I will be there day one. I will be donning my green cap and little spandex and all that, and my sword and my shield. And it's dangerous. Don't go alone. Take this.
Me, God's strongest soldier.
Me, God's strongest soldier. When I am committing the hardest of challenges, I have the sniffles.
But yeah,
Right.
good trailers all around.
Good trailers once again. I mean, I feel like this is sort of just part of our life of just not being haters anymore, which isn't really evident from this podcast recently.
Yeah.
We're not. We promise that we've got a new outlook on life and we are less cynical. We 100% promise you. We promise. Right. So I believe it's time to jump into our big topic, discussion of this week. This was something that I suggested we do, and to no ends it put you out, didn't it?
It did. I actually had to prepare something, which is
As
something
is,
I
as is
never do.
As is usually the case with these type of things that has happened on the podcast, it's usually something that you don't prepare for. But we're doing a list this week. The only reason you had to prepare is because it's a really big list.
It is a big list, and I couldn't rattle off all these
We are
from
doing
memory.
a list of the films that made us, but more specifically, to put it out, is that it's a film from every year since we were born.
Yeah. So nothing to do with the movies that made us Netflix.
No.
Good though. That's good. Go and watch the movie. Not sponsored.
Once again,
Oh god, I've got to email Netflix now.
look at all these emails they've got. I'll email Netflix. I think I can convince them. But yeah, these are just our favorite films from every year.
I wouldn't say I've done
Like,
favorites.
I've done.
I've gone for films more for impact. I suppose films that I remember more.
Yeah, I
had
mean,
more of an impact on me.
it's sort of like a combination of those two things.
Yeah.
Because if I sort of went back to each year that these films came out, I probably wouldn't have seen most of them in the year that they came out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Have you done an extra one? Because you are technically a year older than me.
Yeah. 1998. I found it really hard to pick one for that. Oh fuck! I've dated that.
Yes.
But I could pick two for 1999 because I did struggle. So there are two.
I'm starting in the year of our Lord 1732. No.
Get strapped in. We got a long ride.
I jest, of course. So my sort of favorite film, or the most impactful film that came out in the year of '99, by no means the best film that has ever come out, is Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace.
Yuck.
It is a film that by all rights pretty much informed the majority of my interests for my entire life.
I mean, I would say that was very close to being on. So I have two because I didn't choose one for 1998. So I've got two for 99 because fuck you. This is my podcast as well as yours, so I can pick. Right?
Yeah, you are within your rights, of course.
So there's one film, Toy Story 2.
Wow. See, I grappled with it.
Toy Story 2, I believe that's the one I had on VHS. I would watch that all the time. I love Toy Story 2. And then the second one is not one that I watched when I was a kid, but I've watched it as I've grown up. Galaxy Quest.
Oh, look at that. He's got some good choices there, everyone. He's got some good choices.
Man, Galaxy Quest is so good. I can watch Galaxy Quest anytime. Fantastic film.
I mean, both very respectable choices, and if anything, they are both better movies than the film I pick. I will admit that outright, but like, I can't in good conscience not pick a Star Wars film because Star Wars is my entire personality, and it always has been.
Yep.
So for 2000, those chickens were up to something. I picked the seminal Aardman classic, Chicken Run.
Oh no!
Because I love Chicken Run. Chicken Run's great.
I think
Chicken Run's probably the first Aardman thing that I ever watched.
Yeah. So you're going to be shocked at my choice.
Am I?
Yeah. It's a little known film by Aardman. Chicken Run.
God, see, I knew this would happen. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though. I didn't think we'd get to the second year that we were both working on, and we'd have picked the same film. Chicken Run's fucking great.
It is so good.
It's just great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic film.
I mean, and it's informed my love for things like Wallace and Gromit going forward.
Yeah.
I love Aardman. I love their animation style. I'm really excited for their little short that they're doing for Star Wars Visions. But yeah, Chicken Run, and also Chicken Run. That's fantastic. That's gonna happen again, by the way, everyone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Almost 100%. It's gonna happen at least 2 more times that I can see on my list. I already know he's gonna pick the same film.
Oh no.
For 2001, however, I picked Spirited Away, a film that I watched recently for this podcast. It was for our very first episode. I watched Spirited Away. If anyone has stuck around that long, they will know what I think of Spirited Away because I watched it for the first episode of this podcast ever.
Very good movie.
It is a very good movie. That's the thing, because I've just admitted that I haven't watched this film until I was 23 years old, and it's now, it was probably the most impactful film of the year of 2001 that I've watched in my life. It's great. It's very deep. It's very poignant. It's a beautiful film. It's just fantastic. I can't say anything that hasn't already been said.
Yep. So my pick for 2001 is 2001: A Space Odyssey. No, I'm joking. It's The Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of.
See.
Go on.
Yeah, see. Now that you've said it, I'm not going to retroactively change mine, but now that you've said it and I'm thinking about it, like, yeah, that's like another big part of like my personality.
That's the thing, because I have gone by things that inform me as a person as well as
I like later Lord of the Rings films more.
See, I have a soft spot for Fellowship.
Mm-hmm.
I always have the memory of because I'm not a true fan. Obviously, I watched any, and I remember the same because The Hobbit came out in December. The same Christmas then. I was like, wow, I enjoyed that. Maybe I'll give Lord of the Rings a try. Next thing you know, one of my family members, who I haven't told that I went to go and watch The Hobbit, I haven't told them anything about that. They bought me the Lord of the Rings on DVD, the trilogy, and I remember I had a portable DVD player that Christmas as well, and I put the DVD in the portable DVD player, and I watched it on Christmas.
That's a really wow. So wait, you only watched them after The Hobbit came out?
I watched them after Unexpected Journey. Yeah.
What? So I watched Lord of the Rings before you then.
You did.
Oh my god! What? I've been a Lord of the Rings fan longer than you.
You have.
Crazy shit.
I think the reason I didn't touch Lord of the Rings for a while was because I think I walked into my father watching it one day, and it was the scene with Shelob.
There we go. He's
Shelob, and I was like, nah. I avoided the Chamber of Secrets as well for that exact reason, because of the spider. I was like, nah, not it.
My mum screamed the entire time on the Harry Potter ride at Universal in Florida because the spiders on it, and I had to sit next to it.
Oh, yuck!
I was like, because like she screamed like after, because like I just laughed at her the entire time we went around, and then we went on the ride, and she like fake screamed. I just looked at her and I was like, "You're just being embarrassing now. Can you be quiet?" Moving on, my film for the year 2002 was Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, okay.
There's no place around me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm bringing up a piece of recent news. Cobra Bubbles is not going to be in the live action remake.
I saw that.
That is shocking. That is unacceptable. How dare you remove Cobra Bubbles from Lilo and Stitch? Because he is by far the most fantastic character in that film.
I don't understand the reasoning behind that.
Man is an OG.
It is tone deaf.
It is just tone deaf.
That. So my pick for 2002. So this has had a bit of a resurgence recently. There's been like recent news. Mine is Lilo and Stitch.
Oh God! Christ almighty! No, again.
But I was having a tug of war with it, right?
Again. Done it again.
I was having a tug of war. So there was another movie that I almost did pick because of how memorable this movie. And that film is Spy Kids 2. Just because I remember Steve Buscemi saying the line, "Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?"
I was gonna say, is it solely because of this Steve Buscemi line?
But like, Spy Kids 1, I can't I can't really remember a lot of Spy Kids 1. Spy Kids 2, I remember that, like,
Crazy.
to the point. But yeah.
Mr. Electric. That's not even. There's the same director.
Mr. Electric! Oh, I forgot about Sharp Boy Love.
And the principal's office and have him expelled.
Spelled!
Immediately. So 2003. This is where my movies kind of get a bit grown up, a bit serious now.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I was grown up and serious in 2003, but I have Kill Bill Volume 1.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the second one as much. I will reveal that right now.
I think most of my films that I'm going to have on my list, a lot of them are like junk food films. So then,
I really like the first Kill Bill. I think it's really good.
This one is very good. I do like the first one.
I like the Crazy 88 fight.
Yeah.
It's just really good cinema. Love you, Quentin Tarantino. Really sad that you're retiring after your next film.
Yeah. So my one is a little known film called Kill Bill. No, I'm joking. It's not. It is School of Rock.
Oh.
Coming back to the Jack Black. Yeah, I think this was the first like role that I really saw Jack Black in. I think there was anything before this.
I saw Jack Black in as well.
I love this film. I watched it so much, and it has informed so much of my personality. Like, I probably wouldn't have learned to play guitar. School of Rock definitely ingrained that in me.
I mean, yeah.
And it's a good movie.
I mean, it is a good film. I can almost guarantee that 2004 we picked the same film.
Yeah, I was struggling though. I was struggling.
Were you? Did you struggle?
There was one movie that came out that was giving it a run for it because I couldn't remember this particular film came out. So I've accidentally put it in the list, but I've realised 2004.
Well, I'm going to just say mine
cool.
right now. I'm imagining it's the same one as yours, but it's Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
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 First Edgar Wright film I ever saw.
Funnily enough, not the first Edgar Wright film I ever saw.
It was the first Edgar. I watched this, because I remember the first time I ever tried to watch this, I was way too young to watch it. It really scared me.
Really?
Yeah. But
I think I saw clips of this and I didn't like it either when I was young.
But then I went back and I rewatched it when I was a bit more grown up, and it's just such a funny film. It's such a well edited film. Edgar Wright is a fantastic director.
Fantastic. If you haven't, go back and watch Spaced. Spaced is so fun. Fantastic Edgar Wright.
Man has always been cooking. Never.
Yes. But I came very close to doing Spider-Man 2. Very close. Because Spider-Man 2 was such a massive part of my... but I had to go with Shaun of the Dead because it's my favourite director.
Honourable mention Spider-Man 2 because I probably grappled with that decision as well. So honourable mentions to Spider-Man 2 there. 2005 now. This is probably a film that you're not expecting me to say, but Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
Really like Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. It's fantastic. I haven't watched it in a hot minute actually, but I do really need to like.
God, I think I've seen that film like once.
There's like it's just like all of Spielberg's films. I think are just really good. I don't think Spielberg knows how to make a bad movie. To be honest with you, it's just looks great. Tom Cruise. I said this in my review for Top Gun, which I will also talk about later because it's something I watched in the last week. Like Tom Cruise is just in a film, and like part of my brain just like clicks, and like it is impossible for me not to enjoy a Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah. But I do want to just say about the bad Spielberg Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I would like to speak to you now.
Don't do that to me. We're all allowed one.
We are all allowed one.
We are all allowed one.
Okay. Yeah, I did not expect that. That was out of fairness.
It's probably going to be all right in left field as well.
So my one is another Aardman joint, Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were Rabbit.
Curse of the Were Rabbit.
Yeah, I love this movie. Great
Mm.
great movie. I remember going to the cinema to watch it. There's not a lot of films I've going to the cinema to watch. Like, I remember watching them in cinema, but I don't remember the experience of going, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But this one, I remember the experience down to the wire. It has such an impact. That's, yeah.
I love Curse of the Were Rabbit as well. It's such a funny film.
It is.
I just love Wallace and Gromit. That fucking dog. That fucking man. And their fucking love for cheese. Their fucking love for cheese.
Cheese.
I just don't understand. It's just great. It's just a great stuff. It's a formula that literally cannot fail.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna sound like the biggest hypocrite for 2006.
Oh.
Because my film from 2006 is by a little known director. You may have heard of him, Zack Snyder.
You fucking what, mate?
It's 300. I've said it before. I think 300 is Zack Snyder's only good film because it's the only thing he is good at, and that is dudes punching each other. It's the only thing he's good at. So I'm not going to sound like a hypocrite because I'm still going to use this as an opportunity to bash on Zack Snyder. But I really like 300. I think it's a really good adaptation of the graphic novel because the graphic novel is just dudes punching each other. And Zack Snyder is good at doing dudes punching each other.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's all of the things that he puts in all of his movies that don't work in all of his movies work really well for 300. And it's a really good film because it's just action, it's mindless fun. I really liked it. Watched it when I was young. I was like, wow, this shit really cool. And 2006 was really hard because not much that I've ever watched came out that year. That's pretty much what happened here. Sorry, Zach.
I struggled with 2006 as well.
Yeah.
But there is a little film called Zoom Academy for 4% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not that. I used to love that film as a kid. Chevy Chase is in that movie. I didn't want to pick that because I knew it's just a bad film and I've never gone back to watch it because it's a bad movie. But my choice may surprise you.
Might.
Ice Age 2: The Meltdown.
Oh God, what? That is surprising.
I love Ice Age 2, man. Ice Age 2 is is probably my favorite Ice Age movie. Like, the first one's really good, but I think Ice Age 2 is just better.
I don't know if I can sit here and be a 300 defender now.
Yeah.
I've got to live with it. 300 is now my favorite film from 2006. I mean,
yeah.
Shameful.
2007,
I almost guarantee once again we've picked the same movie. Because it's going to be returning lovely director man Edgar Wright.
The third member of the podcast, Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright.
Please return my emails.
Please. It's Hot Fuzz.
Yeah. It has to be.
It's his best film.
Oh yeah.
It's his best film.
I'd say so. Such a good movie.
Hands down, Edgar Wright's best movie.
First Edgar Wright movie I watched. The first ever 15 rated film that I watched.
God, look at you.
Because I remember I was like, I can't watch 15 rated films yet. And then, one Christmas, I got Hot Fuzz on DVD. Wow. And I fucking loved it.
Look at it. We've seen the progression already because he's upgraded from VHS to DVD.
I know. Moving up in the world.
And it's not on a portable DVD player this time either.
Yeah. On a real DVD player. On a TV.
On a television screen.
To be fair, I did watch The Lord of the Rings then on an actual television screen.
I should really hope so.
No, every time I watch it now, I just watch it on a portable DVD player.
Right, yeah, but there's nothing that we can say that really does this film justice because it's just great.
Yeah.
Just that all of his films are great. Just go watch any Edgar Wright movie.
Do it.
My film for 2008 then, I don't know if we might have picked the same thing, but Batman: The Dark Knight.
No.
I
will say I haven't picked the same one because I'm not a fucking no. No, sorry.
Well, this this is going to sound really weird because as much as I like, this is more of a film for impact than my favorite movie. Now that I think about it, because this is probably the film that made me like Batman, and has probably influenced how much I like Batman now. But as an adult who's read Batman, I don't think this is a good Batman adaptation at all.
No.
I don't think he's a good Batman, and he's a good Bruce Wayne. I'll give him that. I don't think Christian Bale is a good Batman. I don't like the voice. I don't like the suit. But it has influenced how much I like Batman, and it's actually led me to like inform myself on the character and how much.
Yeah, I understand.
Also, rest in peace, Heath Ledger, because you are one of
Yes.
the live-action Jokers we have ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he didn't laugh like a seagull.
Yeah. God. Can't believe that's like what we're left with now at the moment.
Okay, so for 2008, I want you to try and guess what mine might be.
I'm gonna need to look up what came out in 2008 now. Bear with me.
Oh no, I've just realised something as well.
It was The Happening with Mark Wahlberg, wasn't it?
Oh fuck, I forgot about that as well.
It was Jumper with Hayden Christensen.
Oh my god, fucking hell, I forgot that.
I don't know then. No, I legitimately don't know.
It's Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that came out in
2008.
2008.
Also, I feel ridiculously stupid for putting Ice Age 2 in my 2006 because Casino Royale came.
What the fuck? Casino Royale came out in 2006.
Yeah, I forgot that it came out.
I'm allowing this. This is our podcast. Fuck everyone listening. We're both retroactively changing that to Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
100%.
Fuck you, 300. Fuck you, 300. You're not even the best action movie that came out that year, no?
As a massive fan of James Bond, I should know. I was like, wait, I'm thinking back to 2006. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Casino Royale came out.
Oh, God. Well, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out in 2008.
Hmm?
Kingdom of the Crystal Steven Spielberg's only bad movie came out in 2008.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Okay, so we've retroactively changed 2006. Where are we now? 2009.
Yeah.
I'm almost in double digits at this point with my age.
Okay.
But my favorite film of 2009, Inglourious Bastards.
Oh.
And another Quentin Tarantino joint. It's just such a good film. It might be his masterpiece. That's kind of a quote from the film, but it's also probably one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino films.
Damn good deal.
There's a damn good. Yudovich, would you take that deal? I'd take that deal. Damn, there's a damn good deal. Me when I walk into the Lego store and look at spending my monthly salary on one Lego set.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's really funny. Alternate history where they just unload a magazine of an MP40 into Adolf Hitler.
Yep.
Great.
Damn good deal.
Damn good deal.
So mine's in the completely opposite direction of yours. Mine is Up.
Oh no. I can't get happy at Up because like the first 15 minutes of that film is fucking like heartbreaking.
I loved Up. Up is
not only is that woman like unable to have children, she then fucking dies in like the same sequence.
Yeah. It's a tough movie at times to keep the tears back.
It is.
It's a tough one. So good.
Damn good film.
Damn good deal.
Damn good deal. Right, now, 2010, and this is going to be an absolute shocker if anyone's ever... If I've ever read it on the podcast before, but I've got a Martin Scorsese movie in my list.
Oh!
And that Martin Scorsese movie is Shutter Island.
Okay.
Shutter Island is great.
I will say I've never seen Shutter Island.
I will say that the first time I ever watched Shutter Island was part of A-level psychology.
Wait, what?
I don't understand how my tutor my tutor like worked that into like the syllabus. That like as part of the psychology syllabus we had to watch Shutter Island.
Okay.
Exactly. So she over a double lesson, because there were double blocks that we had occasionally for psychology, and like it was a double block before lunchtime. We put on Shutter Island, and it ate a bit into lunchtime, but none of us minded because we all in that psychology class really enjoyed the film. And I was sat there like, damn, I should have done media instead, because I was a right little shit in psychology and was like horrible to our tutor.
Oh.
I was like top of the class as well. It was really funny. It was such a funny like situation. Like I'd go into lessons and I'd say, this isn't even a real science, it's all pseudoscience, and then I'd be like walking out like top of the class.
Oh.
Yeah. But I really like it. It's a great film. I won't spoil any of it because there is some pretty funky plot twists in it. If you haven't seen it and you don't know about them, just go watch it because good film. Martin Scorsese, very good filmmaker, knows what he's doing, likes films. Irishman's not very good, but like I said, everyone's allowed one.
Everyone is allowed one. But I don't know if this director has had one. It has to be. It has to be Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I was like one of the 3 people that went to go and watch it in the cinema.
You've got me again there. You keep
What?
catching me out. You keep just catching me out.
Did you forget that this came out in 2010?
Yeah, it's just. Do you know what? Too many films have just come out. That's the conclusion to this list.
Too many movies.
Too many. I've either watched too much, or just too much has just ever come out. It's like there's just no way. Right, 2011 now, and once again, it's a man that I've said before that I don't like. But I really like this film, and this isn't just a 300 case where I didn't realize that other films came out in the year. I do genuinely really like this film, and it's Super 8 by J.J. Abrams.
Shit, I forgot about Super 8.
Super 8 is great.
I
just love. It's just like it's a good film. Like it's one of his very few good films. I will say that J.J. Abrams has had more than one bad movie, but this is a case of a good one. Steven Spielberg worked on it. There we go. That's why it's good. I knew Steven Spielberg had worked on this when I picked it. I was really confused when I saw J.J. Abrams' name attached to this, and I was like, I'm sure Steven Spielberg did this film, but no, he was producer. So there we go. I've worked it out. This is essentially just a Steven Spielberg movie, but someone else directed it. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, that's not right. Why is Jack and Jill there? No. Dunkachino.
Look at me, Dunkachino.
Oh, no. I've made a huge mistake. I have to pick one quickly. No, I'll see if I can write.
Wait, that's not a joke.
No,
You're not joking. You're not
I
joking.
probably intend it as a joke, and I've completely forgotten that I've put Jack and Jill in my list.
I think it's funnier this way.
Fuck it. It's staying as Jack and Jill.
There we go. Jack and Jill is his film for Impact's last favourite film of 2011. Everyone just like Sonic Forces. Is it no? Sonic Forces is the good one.
Oh, Sonic Forces is the shit one.
I thought Sonic Forces was no Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Forces is your favourite Sonic game.
Yeah, the one where I spent way too much time playing. Yeah.
2012. I picked a Rian Johnson film. And that Rian Johnson film is Looper.
Oh, Looper. I was thinking.
I remember when Looper came out. I bought it on DVD after it released on DVD, and I probably watched it like on repeat for like a solid week. Like I watched it every day for a week. Like, I love this film. I don't even know what about it I loved when it just clicked with me. It was just like time travel and Bruce Willis and a good film. That's. I think those are the only like thoughts my 2012 brain was like able to form regarding this
Yeah.
film.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a good choice. There've been some good choices. Not as good as Jack and Jill, I'd say.
No, not Jack and
But-
Jill is the peak now. We won't get better than that.
Yeah. But you said in 2012 the only thoughts you could form were like good time travel, Bruce Willis, good movie. My brain at that time was just going James Bond 50th, James Bond 50th,
Top 50.
James Bond 50th.
You
So
got me
my
again.
movie is Skyfall.
You fucking got me again. But then again, like I won't say you've got me again here, because as much as I do love Skyfall as a movie, I have not watched Skyfall on the level that I've watched Looper, and I really can't explain it. It's some sort of unexplainable phenomenon. There we go. Why I have watched Looper so many times. But yes, I respect your choice. Very excellent James Bond film.
I remember being so excited for this film. I was incredibly excited because it was James Bond 50th. I watched like all films. I haven't watched a Bond in ages. I love
Probably the
And-
last time you went to watch it was when we went to see it
yeah,
together in the cinema.
it's a sad movie.
That movie.
But yeah, it's got to be Skyfall.
Right. I'm about to announce the film for 2013. It is directed by a man who will show up another 2 times on my list. Shows up the most on my list, and also directed my favorite movie of all time. It is Prisoners by Denis Villeneuve. Denis, because Prisoners is great. All of his films are great. Once again, a director that has never missed. Prisoners was the first ever Denis film I saw. I watched it. I remember watching it actually distinctly because it was on television. Like it was like terrestrial television in this country, and my mother recorded it. And me and my mother sat down one weekend to watch it together, thinking that it would just be like a normal film. And this is probably where I got like my first true appreciation for like cinema, because this film is fucking great. Like, it's insanely good if you haven't seen it.
I have not.
Go watch it.
I'm uncultured.
I just won't say anything else. Just go watch it. Paul Dano's in it as well, playing a little weirdo with glasses. So
No. Well, never seen that again after.
Yeah, we'll never see him do that again in his career.
So yeah, I will take your Denis flick and I will raise you an Edgar flick. It's The World's End.
Yeah. I knew they'd all be on there somehow.
Because I'm a little Edgarite chill. But yeah, I love
I know
World's End as well.
I know the other one's going to show up there at some point as well.
Shut up. Listen to you, little shit.
I've already ruined it for everyone, but Ash can ruin mine for everyone because he knows that another Denis film is going to show up the year that came out as well.
Yeah, I've got to think of what year it was. I think I remember what year it was. I think
2017.
Oh well, you've fucking ruined it now.
Yeah, well, I haven't said what the film is yet.
Well, it's fucking obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But for 2014, we'll stick in chronological order. I've put Whiplash by Damien Chazelle.
My app is gone to shit. Hold the line. I need you to distract Kang. Okay, go. Sorry, repeat that.
So my film for 2014, Whiplash by Damien Chazelle.
Ooh.
I brought him up already, but Miles Teller as the character, Andrew Neiman. Funnily enough, there you go. There's a link to it. It's like poetry. It rhymes. This entire podcast is like poetry. It's right.
I do apologize because you're describing a very good film, and my film for this year is dog shit. But I love it.
Oh god!
It is a film impact.
Oh god!
But keep going. Sorry. I won't.
I'm intrigued, but like, J.K. Simmons in the film is fucking spectacular. Did he win an Oscar for this?
I don't know if he did.
I'm
Uh,
gonna Google that as we speak. The Shaq Kang.
okay. So Kang. So the Sonic timeline starts at Sonic 1.
Okay, I've
Okay,
got it already.
Okay.
He did win Best Supporting Actor for Whiplash,
Okay.
and he fucking deserved it. Simple, because he was terrifying. I think the line that sticks with me the most isn't the are you a Rush or are you a drag or are you going to be on my fucking time? It's if I ever find one of these lying around again, to start being so fucking polite, get out of my sight before I demolish you.
Yep.
It is just like the delivery of that line as well. It's just like it doesn't skip a beat. Get out of my sight before I demolish you. Oh, but yeah, great film. So now I'm intrigued to hear what absolute dog shit that you picked for the year 2014.
So I will read you one review for this movie before I feel it. So this review says 8 to 10-year-olds will probably love it. Dumb 8 to 10-year-olds.
Christ, what have you picked?
I'm ashamed, but it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Oh god, no. The fuck?
This is a film for impact for me. I remember going to the cinema to watch this. I was on a big Turtles kick in 2014. I remember going to the cinema. I adore everything. I live Turtles at that point.
Breeds.
But yeah, I watched that and that was fun. And it's probably the most memorable that I can say from that. I just, as soon as I saw that picture of that film, I was like, oh, that film exists. And I had do you know the Ratatouille moment?
Mm-hmm.
I had that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I apologize for any pain that I've caused anyone, but I am what I am.
God. I mean, I get really pretentious from 2013 onwards with my films. I apologize. This is where this is where the sort of assumption that I am a pretentious film snob comes from. And it carries on because 2015 was once again Denis Villeneuve. It was Sicario.
Oh shit! I got the years wrong.
Oh god, where have you
I've accidentally got 2 for 2014 somehow. Okay, keep going. Explain and I'll get in.
So Sicario, once again, great. He's just a good director. He's never directed a bad film. Also, Roger Deakins did the cinematography for Sicario, so I don't even need to tell you it looks good because Roger Deakins did the cinematography, so of course it looks good. And man has all of the Oscars for cinematography.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember the first time I ever watched this film. I paid absolutely no attention to it, at all, because I watched it at home, and then I went back and I rewatched it by myself in my room, closed all the blinds, locked the door, and I was completely blown away. I was transported to the cinema dimension, as Roger Deakins usually does with his cinematography, and I've never looked back since. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Denis. You've made me the man I am today.
I thought that people. I am annoyed at this. So I was looking through 2015, and someone put a 2014. So I chose What Shadows, but that was So I'm looking through now, and that's also another 2014 movie. Stop putting them in the 2015 clowns. I do apologize to whoever made this. Oh shit! I've got to make a quick one. Oh, it's between two. For impact, it would have to be Force Awakens.
Wow! Oh yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it?
But for an actual film that I think is really good,
Nah, see, they're both good films though.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but I do like Force Awakens. I like
I
it.
like Force Awakens too.
I'm fed up with pretending I don't like it. I do like it.
I'm
Like,
fed up.
yeah, it's derivative. I think that's why I think if it was based sheerly on quality, it would be Rogue Nation, because it's not a rehash of other films.
That makes sense, but I
But
didn't plan it.
I think it's going to be Force Awakens because of sheer impact as well. Just because I remember watching that in cinema and fucking loving my time. I was on a Star Wars kick. Time as
Yeah.
Battlefront had come out.
hmm
I had that for my birthday, and I played that. Star Wars Force Awakens, and I was just playing Battlefront.
Now, the real question is, for 2016, have we picked the same movie?
As long as it's telling me the right fucking films. Let me look.
This is
But
this 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 is the first,
2016.
this is the first case of he's literally me on this list,
Oh no.
and it is the Nice Guys directed
Yeah.
by Shane Black. Yeah, 'cause
I need to go back and watch The Nice Guys. I love Nice Guys.
he is literally me. Also, that film is just like really funny.
Oh yeah. Shane Black knows how to do that buddy cop comedy very well.
When are they making a sequel to this movie?
Are they making a sequel?
They have to.
Do
I know,
they?
only like three people went to see it.
Yeah, that's true.
I know it like really didn't perform very well, but it's like it's a good film.
It is a good movie.
hmm Like it's just funny. It's funny. It's funny as well.
Yeah.
It's like the line. It's right because Ryan Gosling is like on fire in this movie.
Oh yeah. Everyone's on fire in this movie.
Everything
Everyone's
he's
firing on
the
all
the
cylinders.
one thing like particularly that sticks with me from that film is at the bowling alley. Look the Lord's name in vain. No, I didn't jan it. I found it very useful actually. He is literally me. He is literally me. And
Oh,
unfortunately, it's going to happen again for 2017, isn't it?
oh.
Because as we've alluded to already, my favorite film of all time now, Blade Runner 2049.
I thought you were going to say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Out
Out
of the Shadows. Did that come out in 2017? If that did,
he's fucking psychic if it did.
Out of
Just
the Shadows. Oh, it's 2016. That was a year out.
Oh, you're right. You're right. But yeah, Blade Runner 2049 is my favorite film of all time. It is 100%. It's probably informed a lot of what I like about films now. Like visually, it's stunning. The acting in it is great. Ryan Gosling is literally me. And I could go on, but I mean, I am.
Damn it.
God.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I like Blade Runner a lot.
It's better than the first one.
Yes, I'd say so.
I mean, you will catch flack for saying that, but better than the first one.
Yeah, but how many fucking cuts are there of the fucking first one?
Yeah, a lot of them.
I wasn't even sure what cut I was watching when
I to this day still don't know what cut the first one I've watched.
I have it on Blu-ray, and I don't even know what cut.
Ba-ba.
So yeah.
Did you pick? You've got a different film. You have
yes.
to. Yeah. Is this
What do you mean you have?
Is that the year that
This is
came
my
out?
list. God damn it!
Is that the year that this came out? Or did that
It
come out
is.
the next year? No, it is the year that came out. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we both spoiled each other the same year, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby Driver.
Yeah.
I never want Baby Driver.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you because it's a fantastic film.
I know a lot of people say it's style over substance.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I think the substance comes across in the style as well. There's a lot of things that you catch within, like the backgrounds and stuff that really portray what's going on. There's like I watched that film a lot of times. I can't even keep track of how many times I watch, and every time I watch that film, something new. Like even in that first, not the car scene, but the scene where he's walking to go and get coffee, I notice a new thing in that every time.
Also, John Hamm.
Oh man,
John Hamm.
it's fantastic.
It's just great. Yeah, there you go. Great. Fantastic. Fantastic movie. Edgar Wright. He's just a fantastic director.
Yep.
Yeah, can't say more than that. Oh, there's another. We'll get to that, but there's another film from my favorite director on here that I didn't realize was on there.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'll now move on to 2018, and I picked Hereditary by Ari Aster.
Oh, so I've never seen Hereditary.
It's quite a difficult film to explain. But essentially, the like grandmother of this family like passes away, and then spooky shit ensues. But it's really well directed. It's really well paced. For like a debut film from a director to like come out the gate this strong, it's kind of crazy. Like theatrical debut, like to come out the gate swinging this strong. It is better than Midsummer. I will die on that hill. Don't care if anyone says Midsummer's better. It's not. But yeah, I can't really explain it because it's a really difficult film to explain if you haven't seen it. But it's good. And trust me when I say that it's good.
Okay, understandable. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
So mine is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
It has to be.
It does have to be, doesn't it? Like,
fantastic.
I'll agree that I'll concede. Even though these lists are not like a competition or anything, I'll just concede. I'll concede.
I don't think I really need to explain.
No,
considering the fact that Across the Spider-Verse is so close as well. It clearly shows how good and popular this film is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's nice to see good old Spider-Man. Let's big bold italicized Spider-Man Miles Morales, because he is Spider-Man, getting to be front and center in like a theatrical release. It was great to see when it came out. It was nice, like not just another film about Peter. It was great. I loved it. Right, 2019 now, and
this one was an iffy one for me. Another
this was an iffy one for me. But at the end of the day, I had to give it to Parasite.
Oh shit! Parasite also.
Yeah, Parasite.
Oh shit!
Parasite sort of. This wasn't the first foreign film I watched, so I won't credit. This is the film that got me into foreign cinema. But like, this is the film that got like the wider audience into foreign cinema, and like, god damn, it's deserved, because this film is great. It's just fantastic. I went to see it in the cinema before a lecture in university. I was then slightly late coming out to the cinema, so I was going to be slightly late for my lecture, and then decided, fuck it, I'm not going to university today. I'll just go straight home. That was the entire experience with Parasite, and I was just great. I just loved the film, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to go to university now. I'm going to go home, and I'm going to think about this movie. It's also evidenced by the fact that like it's got so many like overwhelmingly like positive reviews just everywhere.
Yeah, that is a good point. Fuck, I forgot that movie came out in 2019.
His favorite movie of 2019 was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
slash Jack and Jill.
Yeah. So there is two categories for this one. So there is one that is a film impact, as in like this is the film that it kind of was like a milestone of that year. And that is Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Because that is for impact. That I don't think I could get a bigger film,
No.
considering how much I had watched of the MCU prior years. Go to the cinema to watch every, and then going to the midnight release of Endgame.
Yeah, like you're just right there, aren't you?
Because it is, like, I can still remember Endgame vividly to this day. It feels like yesterday, in all fairness. It feels like barely any time has gone past since Endgame. A lot of time has passed since Endgame.
I will say though that no, this is something, because I get that you put it as a film for impact, but like on multiple rewatches, it is like a hard film to get through.
It does fall apart on multiple rewatches, I think. Yes, probably.
I think films like that, I think event films like that are kind of the case, because I've heard that like No Way Home is like a really weird film to watch like at home,
Yeah?
because like when like the reveals happen, like when the characters show up, there's like pauses,
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
like
Yeah.
cheap moments in a theater, so you don't really feel it as much. But or when you're surrounded by an audience, even if they don't cheer, like it's not as noticeable. But when you're sat at home on your own watching a film and the film just sort of stops for you to like react to it is a bit weird.
Yeah, I haven't watched it at home, so I can't really comment.
No,
So I probably have to watch it again to realise how weird that's paced. I'm not going to pick the same film as you. You know what? No. You couldn't lift a wheel of cheese. It's The Gentleman.
Oh, what?
The Gentleman. Yeah.
I've got that for next though.
Yeah. If you look at it though, it was released 2019. Someone's put it in the 2020 year.
No.
I did it for my 2020.
I looked up the UK release date and it was the 1st of January 2020.
Okay. Oh.
We're
safe. We're safe. Okay. We're safe. Well, that's
2020. We've picked the same film.
Yeah, so that's Gentleman. So that's fine. So yeah, I'll have to be Parasite for actual. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Couldn't lift a wheel of cheese.
Yeah. So we've just done a speed run of 2020. Sorry everyone. Good movie though.
That was a really good movie. Very funny. I'm not really a big Guy Ritchie fan.
Yeah, I suppose. I think it depends on the movie.
This Aladdin is really good, funnily enough.
I haven't watched his Aladdin actually. I quite like his Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
the first one anyway, as far as I can remember.
Uncle is a pretty good film.
I couldn't get through Man from Uncle. See, I may have to go back and rewatch it because it was a long time ago I tried to watch that movie.
Right. 2021. I forgot that I put this as 2021.
Go on.
I've referenced it on the podcast last week, funnily enough, in a completely offhand joke that buckled you. It's Dune.
Oh yeah,
Muad'Dib.
forgot this came out this year.
Muad'Dib Ken.
Muad'Dib Ken.
But yeah, I've never read Dune, but this film was announced, and like my excitement for this film was fucking like palpable. I was like, because like everyone was like, "Oh my god, Dune's getting another," and I knew about the David Lynch, knew how much like David Lynch hated his adaptation of Dune, and like Dune has like commonly been cited as like something that just can't be adapted. It's not possible. And then I went to see this film, and I was like, "Oh, you motherfuckers are wrong." Because this film good.
Yeah.
You can see what people like are saying when they say that like Frank Herbert was like the inspiration for like most of modern sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Reading Dune, you can definitely see it.
Very excited for Dune Part 2, where Elvis Presley comes and hunts down Willy Wonka.
Excuse me?
I said it.
Too fast, too down.
I said what I said. Those words are correct. What I said as well is that Elvis Presley will be coming to hunt down Willy Wonka. Do with that information what you will, and actually try and work out the context of what I've said. I'll give you a second.
Okay.
Do you want me to explain it to you, or do you think
No, it's okay. We will leave it as is.
we'll just leave it as is? Okay, that's fine. But yeah, Doom 2021. Big worm, forbidden butthole, as I believe. Actually, I've gone back to look at my girlfriend's review of Doom because she reviewed it on Letterboxd, and her review is literally just big worm. It's like her review of Jurassic Park is just T-Rex.
That's brilliant. I love that. Oh Christ. So yeah, I've got a film here. Zack Snyder's Justice League, because this film is Joker moment, and I think I'd lost my mind.
Oh my God.
No, it's not actually my choice. It was going to be my choice Joker moment because I tricked myself into thinking that this film's amazing.
Just
And
remember that an Oscar fan cheer moment equates to actually winning an Oscar.
Don't, man. I like that film drags so bad.
That film doesn't need to be 3 hours long. It's
No.
4 hours long, isn't it?
It's 4 hours long. There's no
That film doesn't need to be 3 hours long. Stand by that statement.
So that movie was my Joker moment, but my actual pick, Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Oh, see, yeah. Once again, yeah.
Yeah, good movie.
Good movie. Now you've just reminded me.
So much heart.
You've
so
just reminded
stylized.
me. No, because you've just reminded me that Encanto won the Oscar for Best Animated Feature for that year as well. No, wrong. You're just wrong. I don't know what else to say. Wrong. Incorrect.
You lose.
2022. And I believe this should be no surprise to anyone, but it is the film that was decided by a panel of old white men to be the best film of the year. And that is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay.
Yes, that was my top film of 2022. It was the best film I watched last year.
The problem is I still have not finished the entirety of it because I watched half of it. We had to go. We haven't gone back yet to watch it because I probably will start it from the beginning again.
The best film I watched last year, and I will go to the Cosmonaut review for this one, saying that watch it and have fun before Film Twitter tells you that it's overrated, because that is 100% correct, because everyone on Film Twitter now says this film is mid.
Oh, yeah.
This film is not mid. This film is fantastic. Film Twitter are idiots.
Yeah. See, I struggled. My 2022, I actually...
I mean, 2022 was a really good year for films.
It was so, I didn't watch many films, but a lot of them were good. And I'm just trying to think of how I want to rank this, because I could just go for the best movie, but there's also the movie that had the biggest impact on me, I suppose. I could say that Batman is a fantastic movie, but it didn't leave that much of an impact on me.
If he's going to say what I think he's going to say, the motherfucker, he says, if you say what I think you're going to say. There are two that I'm juggling. Oh, there's three though. This one is the hardest one because it is so recent. You've just got to complete your character arc right now, Ash. I might have to, haven't I? You've got to complete your character arc right now. It depends what character arc you're on about. I'm on 5 billion of them at the moment. You've got to do it. You've got to complete the Jim Cameron character arc. I might have to. He's got to do it. I might have to. What are the other films then? Okay, so I'm going to complete my Jim Cameron arc. Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, see, yeah. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. The problem is, I feel like I'll kind of just talk about it now. Then, yeah, talk about it. But the other films I was struggling between was Avatar. Mm-hmm. There's Avatar. There's a Netflix film called Bubble. An anime movie, really good, and then Sonic 2. And the problem is they all had such a big impact. Sonic 2, I was like, whoa, this is okay, so we've talked about Avatar before, obviously. Yeah. We've said since we've come back that we are big Avatar fans now. Yeah. But yeah, Sonic 2. I watched it this week. Fun.
Yeah.
Fun movie.
Yeah,
Like,
fun movie.
better than the first one, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
As good, if not better. I said that like because in my review I was kind of like a bit critical, and I said that
Grow up, innit?
it does suffer a bit from just being an outright kids movie, but that's not its fault, and kids movies do need to exist.
Yes.
So
I think
thinking
I know
rationally,
what scene you're thinking of.
yeah,
Yeah.
thinking rationally, like it's not the best movie ever, but like
No.
you sit down and you watch it, and it's just fun, and
Yeah.
like the performances in it are actually really good.
Yeah.
And
It just works.
some of the shots in that movie are actually like genuinely fantastic.
Yeah.
I just like sometimes like a Sonic the Hedgehog movie kind of has no rights looking as good as it did. And I can get why you would have included that on the list for 2022 because I watched it this week and I really, really enjoyed it.
But yeah, I will probably have to put Avatar because that was incredible to watch in cinema.
Avatar 2 was my second film of the year because it was just
it would probably have to be Avatar 2. I know I said
Yeah.
Sonic 2, but like I love Sonic. I don't care what anyone says, but
I mean, I've shared my top 10 with you for 2022 on multiple occasions, and it's crazy. Like the sort of variety of films we had last year, and just like the quality of films we had last year as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
good year for films.
Good year for films. And I believe that's it for our list. We've caught up because technically not enough has come. I've only watched 2 films that came out this year.
I don't even know what has come out this year.
Well, I've watched John Wick and Shazam. And if I had to pick between those two, it would be John Wick, unfortunately.
Listen, you little shit. Yeah, I get understandable. Have a nice day.
Understandable. Have a nice day. So that's our lists. Those are our films for impact / our favorite films of every year since we were born.
The movies that made us.
The movies that made us who we are. Now you have a better idea of at what point I became a pretentious film snob, and
at what point I liked anthropomorphized animals.
Yes, there we go. We've really categorized it really well. And I believe that brings us to the end of the episode.
It does indeed. And as the host, I want to thank everyone again listening to the definitive best films of the past 24 years.
Yes, yeah, the last
23 technically,
20,
but
23 plus 1 for the first year. Minus a couple because we picked the same films.
Yeah, but those are categorically the best films.
Those ones where we picked the same are categorically, undeniably the best film of that year.
No, our lists are the categorical best films of those years.
But then the years where we had for films, it's kind of like a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus whoever he hates at that given time feud.
Yes.
And those films have to fight it out. But then the one that's Dwayne Johnson in the scenario wins because he has a no lose clause in all of his contracts.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, but what if, say, Black Adam fought Smolder Bravestone from Jumanji? What would happen? Who wins?
That's a good question.
Or does the universe just implode?
If you had like a Kang style variant, multiverse, where all of the Dwayne Johnson roles were all
the Dwayne-verse!
all in one place together, who wins that fight?
Council of Rocks!
I think we've felt like World Hunger.
Yeah.
That's like solve the energy crisis, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon so. But yeah, so thank you everyone for listening. If you do have any suggestions, like us to improve on, anything like that, then you can follow us on Twitter at Simps. You can throw us a message if you like, or tweet at us. start beef with us if you want.
If you want, track down my home address and mail a pipe bomb through my mailbox. Please don't. Actually, no.
No, someone will take. Please, nobody take that.
Don't take that seriously, please.
But yeah, you can check out the YouTube channel as well at Pod. The video versions do go up of these, which have more content,
Yes,
pictures, anything like that we talk about. Yeah.
All that's left to do is sign off now.
Yeah, so we've been the Koroks.
We've been the Forbidden Rocks. And
We've been the Mario Koroks.
This has been the official Dean Pelton Rap podcast.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you. Yeah, we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Next week, hopefully.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Stay simple. Standing in the line at the shop while my mother runs to grab something. I don't have any money.
I only have 69 cents. You know what that means? I only have money for chicken nuggets.